Let me ask you something that might sound a little wild at first. Have you ever met a woman who wasn't interested in you at all, but deep down, you just knew that if she gave you a chance, you could blow her mind? You're not alone. Here's the thing. Most guys give up too early. They see a woman not instantly attracted to them and assume it's game over. But what if I told you, her lack of interest is not a dead end? It's just the beginning of a really interesting story. Yes, my friend, you can attract any woman, even if she's not interested in you right now. And no, this isn't about cheesy pickup lines, flexing your bank account, or trying to act like James Bond when you're more like a confused squirrel looking for Wi-Fi. This is about understanding human behavior, psychology, and making a few subtle shifts that will make her look at you differently, really differently. So let's get into it. 1. Stop trying to impress her. Seriously, stop it. Imagine this: you meet a girl, and the moment she gives you a tiny bit of attention, you go into full-on circus mode. You're juggling compliments, showing off your watch, talking about your new business idea, even though that business is currently just a blank Google Doc and 2 Red Bulls. Here's what's really happening. She can smell the desperation, and nothing kills attraction faster than a guy trying too hard to impress. Instead of trying to perform, just be cool. Let her discover you slowly, like a good Netflix show. You don't have to give away the whole plot in the first 5 minutes. In fact, the mystery is what makes her want to keep watching. Here's a little mental switch that works wonders. Stop thinking, how do I impress her? And start thinking, is she even worth my energy? That energy shift, she'll feel it. And trust me, women love a man who doesn't chase, but walks with purpose. 2. The confidence trick. And no, it's not about acting like a tough guy. Confidence isn't about having a 6-pack, a 6-figure salary, or 6 different colognes. It's about being okay with who you are, even if you just spilled ketchup on your shirt during lunch. Let me give you an example. You're talking to a woman and you mess up your words. Most guys go, "Ugh, I'm so stupid," or awkwardly freeze. But a confident guy, he laughs it off and says something like, "Wow, I just invented a new language. Want me to teach you?" Boom. Instantly more attractive. Why? Because confident men don't fear being seen as imperfect. They own it. Confidence isn't loud. It doesn't need to dominate the room. It's calm, playful, and magnetic. It's like standing in the middle of a chaotic crowd and knowing you're the only one who doesn't need to shout. That quiet confidence. Yeah, that's what she notices. 3. Show interest without being thirsty. Let's be real. There's a fine line between showing a woman you like her and becoming her personal emotional butler. You know what I mean. Answering every text in 0.2 seconds, laughing at jokes that aren't funny, and agreeing with everything she says, even if she claims pineapple pizza is the best. Look, showing interest is great, but being a pushover, not attractive. A woman wants to know you're interested, but also that you've got your own life, your own standards, and your own taste in pizza. So instead of saying, "You're so beautiful, I'd do anything for you," try something playful like, "You're kind of cute, but I need to know one thing before we go any further. Do you put pineapple on pizza?" Make it fun, make it flirty, make her laugh. Because if she's not initially interested, the best way to change that is to make her feel good when she's around you. 4. Become the guy other people respect. Let's talk about social proof. You ever notice how women are suddenly more interested in the guy who's being talked about, laughed with, or respected by others? That's not a coincidence. Women are deeply tuned into how others perceive you. If you walk into a room and people smile, daps you up, or naturally gravitate toward you, it says one thing loud and clear: this guy is valuable. So don't just focus on her, Be the guy who brings good energy to everyone around him. Crack jokes, support your friends, be helpful, be fun, be someone people want around. Suddenly, she's not thinking, I'm not interested in him. She's thinking, wait, what does everyone else see in him that I didn't? That's curiosity, and curiosity is the first spark of attraction. 5. Play the long game. She'll never see it coming. Sometimes, you're not going to win a woman over in a day, or even a week. Guess what? That's okay. You're not a microwave pizza. You're a slow-cooked masterpiece. Here's where most guys mess up. They either go too hard too fast, or they give up too soon. But attraction isn't a race. It's a dance. And the guy who plays it cool, gives her space, but still shows up when it matters. That guy stays in her head. Over time, if you continue to grow, improve, and live your life like a man on a mission, she'll notice. Especially if she sees other women noticing you too. There's a weird psychology thing here. Once a woman thinks another woman sees something in you, suddenly you become way more attractive to her. It's called pre-selection, and it's real. So don't obsess over this one girl. Become the guy that any girl would want. And guess what happens? Yeah, she starts seeing you differently. 6. Tease her like a pro, but never be a jerk. Playful teasing is one of the most underrated flirting tools ever invented. Think of it like this. A compliment is nice, but a funny tease, that sticks. Let's say she's wearing these oversized sunglasses. Instead of saying, you look good, you say, nice sunglasses. Are you trying to block out the sun or avoid your ex? She laughs. You smile. Boom. Connection. Teasing shows confidence. It shows you're not intimidated by her. But remember, this ain't roasting. If you start sounding like a frustrated stand-up comedian on open mic night, you've gone too far. Keep it light, playful, and always with a smile. Because when she laughs, she's letting her guard down. And when she lets her guard down, you're in. 7. Surprise her with depth. Most guys stop at surface-level talk. What do you do? What's your favorite movie? Do you like dogs or cats? Yawn. Be different. Instead of asking what she does for a living, ask, if you didn't have to work another day in your life, what would you spend your time doing? See what just happened? You moved from basic dude to deep thinker. You want her to leave the conversation thinking, wow, that was different. I wasn't expecting that. That unexpected depth. That's attractive. That's memorable. That's what makes her want to keep talking to you, even if she wasn't interested at first. 8. Don't be afraid to walk away. Here's the big one. The most powerful move in your entire attraction toolbox is the willingness to walk away. Not out of anger, not to play games, but because you know your value. If she's not interested, cool. You're not here to convince her. You're here to live your life. The paradox? The moment you stop chasing, that's when she starts wondering what she missed. Suddenly, you're not the guy trying to win her over. You're the guy she's trying to figure out. It's not magic. It's just psychology. People always want what they can't easily have. So, can you attract any woman, even if she's not interested at first? Absolutely. But it doesn't happen by begging, pleading, or performing tricks like a puppy. It happens when you focus on yourself, when you build quiet confidence, when you stop chasing and start leading, when you bring laughter, mystery, and realness into the picture, and most of all, when you stop seeing her lack of interest as rejection and start seeing it as a challenge. Because the truth is, interest can change, and with the right moves, so can everything else. Stay sharp, stay cool, and remember, you're the prize. Now go out there and make her wonder why she didn't notice you sooner.